In this video, we'll show you how to change the alternator on your Ram 1500. You can find it on CarParts.com via the link in the description. For safety reasons, we advise you to disconnect the battery. For safety reasons, we strongly suggest watching our video on how to replace the Ram 1500 car battery. In order to remove the alternator, you need to remove the serpentine belt from the alternator pulley. We recommend taking a picture or to draw the path of the belt around the different pulleys in order to position it correctly later. Using a breaker bar and a 3/8-inch drive extension socket, loosen the belt by turning the serpentine belt tensioner counterclockwise. Meanwhile, remove the serpentine belt from the alternator pulley. Disconnect the power cables from the alternator. To do this, use a small screwdriver to push the red locking tab. Then push on the tab and pull on the connector. Remove the rubber protection from the positive terminal. Using a 10mm wrench, unscrew the nut holding the positive terminal of the alternator. Then remove the positive terminal. Using a ratchet, an extender, and a 15mm socket, unscrew the two retaining bolts of the alternator. For great content, our best price, and fast shipping, download the CarParts.com app now. You can now pull out the alternator. If necessary, pry with a crowbar to facilitate handling. You can order the alternator used in the video on CarParts.com via the link in the description. Take the new alternator, unscrew the nut from the positive terminal. Put it back in its place. Then screw the bolts back in roughly by hand. Then screw them back in with a ratchet until they make contact. Finish the tightening of the bolts with a torque wrench. Replace the positive terminal. Then screw the nut back on. Put the rubber protection back on. Plug the electrical connector back in, then lock it. You can now put the serpentine belt back in place. Slide the serpentine belt around the different elements, respecting the layout from the initial assembly. To fully put it back in place, lift the serpentine belt tensioner in order to wind the serpentine belt onto all of the pulleys. Then release the belt tensioner to fully extend the belt. Reconnect the battery. Operation complete.